Hi and welcome to how to create live calculator developed using Java Eclipse. So guys, I'm going to show you guys how this works. I'm going to just enter some other names in there. So let's come in here and enter maybe, let's say the name is Paul Roman. And just come right in here. There we go. And date of birth of Paul Roman, let's say Paul Roman was born 89, and we change the months. Let's go for maybe that's fine, and let's make that up and click on result. There, it's actually showing us how old Paul Roman is, how many days he spent on Earth, and how many months, how many weeks, number of hours, number of minutes on Earth, and number of seconds on planet Earth. Now, okay, so we can even enter more details in there if we want. The choice is yours, or you can exit. So in any case, let's go to Java Eclipse and we put one of these together. So I'm going to exit out. There. So let's start a new project. We go to File, New, Java Project, and right there I'm just going to give that a name. I'm going to call it Live Calculator. There we go. So I'm going to save that. Let's come in here and just click on Finish. First of all, let me copy that, click on Finish. There. And let's go to our projects area there. Okay, let's expand that. Click on this icon. There we go. And let's look for the project. There we go. That's it right there. Live Calculator. So there's nothing there now, but I'm going to right click and let's select New, and we select Order. Then we want what we're looking for now is the window builder. Make sure you have your window builder. If you don't have your window builder, I do have a tutorial on how to reinstall your window builder. So I'm going to select, let's go for the Swing Designer, and in there I'm just going to select window, application window, and click on Next. There, I'm going to give my project a name. I'll call it Live Calculator as well. Just click on Finish, and there we go. That is it right there, and that is my application. If you click on this design, that's it, source code, click on design, you should be able to see the form. I'm going to right click on this form now, and let's select Set Layout and change that to Absolute Layout. There, it's now Absolute Layout. Look at it right there. So I will now increase the size of my form. Let's go to the code here, and that is the size of my form. There's 400 plus, so I'm going to change it to 1600 by 800. There. And here is the coordinate, the starting point. I'm going to change that to 0, 0, which means it will start from here and just fill up my screen. And let's click on Design, and you should be able to see the form now. There we go. That's the form. Okay, let's go straight to the palette here. First of all, I'm going to collapse this, and let's collapse this as well. Inside the palette, I need JPanel. Click on JPanel and just draw it right there. That's my JPanel. I'm going to now go to the structure. I need a couple of these JPanel though. But first thing first, let's go to the structure here and change the border. I'm going to change that to bevel. Drop this down, come in here, change to bevel, and I want it lowered, so that's fine. So you see that it's kind of like deepened now. So the the width. I'm going to make that 1350, and let's just make this about maybe 78, and that should actually extend all the way. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's see if we can copy and paste. Well, first thing first, let's change the layer to absolute layer. That's fine. I'm now going to copy it, copy, and just paste. I have one here. That's okay, and I'm going to need 4 of those, so I might as well copy both together and just paste them here, right there. So let's collapse all of these for now and finish up with the design of the interface. So I'm going to make these. Let's come here, drag. That's, yeah, okay. Those two, bring one of them down here. And this will come all the way down. Yeah, that is fine. Take it up as well. Why this will come this way. Take this up. And this goes right down. So I think that's it for my panel. I think I've got everything that I want in there right now. There. Okay. So if we run it, all you guys will see is just the panel anyway. Let's initiate the running anyway. Right click on this and select run as our Java application. That's fine. Click on OK, and I'm going to run. There we go. That's it. You can see all of the panels in place there. So let's add some components on board, and we also need to move it down a little bit anyway, just to create enough room. The first thing is I'm going to add a label there. Let's come right here to the palette. I need a label. Let's see, where is my label? Right there. Paste the label right there. I'm going to change the size of this label to, let's go for 48. Open up this font, that'll be 48 bold, and enter 48 here. Okay, let's try that again. Scroll right down there, and the text content on it, I'm going to change that. Scroll right down, let's look for the text, and there we go. There. Let's expand it so that you guys can see that all the way, and that's it, guys. So that is taken care of there. All right, that's fine. So run, click on OK there. All right, I'm going to minimize that. Let's close that and go back in here. So I need some labels here. I'm going to add some labels. Let's come in here to my palette. That is it. Collapse this first. Click on the palette. Let's look for label again. There we go. That's it. Paste that in there. I'm going to need about, let's drag this way. We're going to need about, let's make that 20. I want 20 for now. If it's too large, I will change it. There. Maybe bold. Okay. And I'm going to need approximately 11 of those. So I'm going to copy these. So first of all, let's change the content on that. So that will be first name. There. And let's just copy it. Copy and paste. Let's name, paste again. Paste again. let's change these ones. That is surname. This will be date of birth. And here that will be, maybe we should call that age. There. So I guess you guys get the whole idea. I'm going to speed that up. Okay, I've finished up with the labels. Those are the labels. So I'm going to run it. Let's see how that's going to look like for now. There. Okay, so I'm going to close that. And we then need some text box. Come right there, enter text field here. Right. And here. Copy the text field. Let's copy and paste. We need one here, and so on. So let's paste one here. These are going to be for daytime picker, so we'll take care of those ones later on. Right, let's speed that up. Okay, all the text boxes are in place now. So what is left for me to do? Let me add buttons here and a table here. So let's come here first, and I'm going to grab a button. Let's collapse this very one and expand this a little bit. There we go, that's the button. One here. And I'm going to need 3 of those, so maybe I just copy this across. There we go. First of all, before I copy it across, I'm going to enhance the look of that button. Make it bold. Let's set it for about 20. There. And I'm just going to change the details on that button to btn. Okay, that's it. btn results, and let's change the text content on it as well. Try that again. Where's the text content? There we go. And just paste that result there. Okay. I'm going to copy this now. I don't like it to the right. Let's get it back to center where it was. Do that again. Center. Come on. There we go. Now copy. And let's paste it there. Paste. And one more. Paste another one there. And there we go, that's it, all sorted. Okay, let's change the details of this one to reset. There. And the text content on it will be reset as well. Okay, the next one, that's going to be exit. I'm just going to call this btn exit. Okay, that's fine, taken care of. Now, the next thing we want to do is to add table here. But the way you add table here is totally different. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let's grab the table and just right click on the table to select. Scroll here, this very one. So let's come in here. Those are the buttons, and table, where is it? That's my table there. Draw the table that much. I'm going to have to expand the table and come right down here. Bring it down there and all the way to the right. Okay, then the next thing is, I'm going to right click on this table, and we want to select surround with scroll panel. Okay, there. It's now surrounded with scroll panel. That is it right there. Okay. the table is right there. If you drop this scroll panel down, that is the table. So select the table, and we then go to model here, model, click on that model, and we now want to add columns for this table. So the very first title, I'm going to enter seconds there. That's the very first one. Now add the next one, that will be minutes. Insert, have hours. Then I'm going to enter, let's say weeks here. Yeah, that is fine. Then we have months. There we go. We have 6 now, and this will be for age. There. Add one more. Days, and the next one, that should be current date. Followed by date of birth. Right. Okay, that's good. So let's add surname and first name, and that'll be all. Surname and followed by first name. There, that's it, all done. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to just click on OK. Let's make sure everything is fine. So click on OK. There. So let's have a good look at our table now. There we go, that's it. I'm going to run it so that you guys see what I've been working on since. There we go, look at that. We have the titles for the table. And in here, what we need here now is we just need to date time picker here. So to get the date time picker in, I'm going to import a jar file. This jar file is called jCalendar. I have it here. I've already downloaded it. That's it. I will include a link for you guys so that you can download it. So let's come in here first. I need my project area. Come right here. I will right click to import jar file, build path, and let's go for, so let's go to build and we select configure build path. Okay, now I'm going to click on add external jar file. My external jar file is right here. That is it right there. Click on open, and I'm going to click on apply. Yeah, there, that's it. Click on apply, and then apply and close, and that is it. A reference file is already created for my jar file there. Okay, so if you look in here, you should be able to see our file. There we go. If you can't see your file, all I will just advise you to do is just get it refresh your program. You should be able to see it. Alright, that is it. Those are my files. The one I need should be the one with the drop down. I think if it's not this, let's see. Alright, I think that's it. We got the right one. That is good. Let's drag that much. Yeah. So I'm just gonna copy that. Copy and paste it right here. This is for the date of birth, and this will be for my current date. There we go. Let's increase the size a little bit. And repeat the same thing for this other one. Alright, that is it done. Okay, this is how it all looks now. So I'm just going to exit out and let's start with the coding actually. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is let's come into, scroll down and select the exit. Double click on exit. Okay guys, the first thing I like to do is just to come right down here and I'm going to create the following. That will be an object as frame, that will be equals new JFrame, and this new JFrame I'm just going to give it an alias called exit, and there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use an if statement to determine the option that is made by the end user. Option plane, let's say .show confirm the dialog, right? Let's click on that, and inside the dialog I'm just going to enter frame, comma, that's my very first argument. The second one I'm just going to make that confirm if you want to exit. There. Now the next argument would be, let's enter a comma for that. That would be for the title of my project. I can just call that life calculator. There we go. Come in here, we need speech mark in there, and I'm going to enter another comma in here, and let's press enter. Let's copy this instead of writing it all. Copy, bring it down here, paste, and I'm going to say dot yes no option. So yes no option, select, make one selection to confirm what you want, and I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say equals JOptionPane dot yes no option, and enter curly braces and just enter in there. That will be system dot exit, and that will be 0, and that takes care of my exit there. Okay, so the option that is meant to be made should be yes, not yes no. Again, let's get rid of that. Alright, so let's save. I'm going to save and run it. Let's see how that's going to work. Run. There we go. Click on exit. There. No. Confirm if you want. That should be the one to exit. Yes. So confirm if you want to exit. Yeah, that's it. So run that again and let's see. Yep. There, that's good. Now let's come in here. I'm going to make one modification. Maybe I should just move this all the way here. Yeah, why not? Let's move this there. I wouldn't have to. Okay, let's move this up as well. Maybe up a little bit more. Something like that. That's my own design for this. Bring this. Just place that here. And just redesign that entirely. Drag it all the way. All the way. Right. And I'll just increase the size of all these buttons. Let's make them larger a little bit. I'll repeat the same thing for this one. Okay, I'm going to finish up with that and get back to you guys. Alright guys, that is taken care of. So let's select the reset button, and I'm going to come to the source there, and that's the reset area there. So we need to enter some codes in there. Maybe go back into reset and double click on it. Double click. Okay, that's it right here. Come right down. And for the reset, then the first one is called jTXT. That's for the first name. So that will be dot set text, and the text is going to be null. There. Let's check the very first one. Let's see the name. The name the first one is given, because there's an error in there. So let's see what's the name. Oh, it has no name. That should have been jTXT. jTXT first name. Yeah, so that error should be gone by now. So that means the rest, they have no name as well. The error is gone. Let's come in here and just sort out the names first. This will be no name as well. That will be jTXT surname. I'm going to leave this as datetime pick 1, datetime pick 2, jTXT's age. Yep, jTXT age. And this is going to be jTXT days. There, we are almost there. Just a couple more to go. That's jTXT months. jTXT months. And weeks. jTXT weeks. Hours. jTXT hours. I have minutes here. jTXT minutes. And finally, seconds. jTXT seconds. There we go. All taken care of. Now select the reset button. Let's go back to my source here. So I'm just going to copy these and just paste it and change it around. Okay, this is surname. We have age. We have days, months, weeks, hours, minutes, seconds. This will be for seconds. There. So I've just finished taking care of all the text box. This should be, let's see, is it just second or seconds? Why do I have error there? I'm going to just comment that. Let's go there and check that out. What is your name? Oh, there's no J there. Let's add a J to it. Okay, that's it. That takes care of that. Back in here, and add that there. Okay, that's fine. So I need to take care of the timer, or the calendar, sorry. So copy that. So for the calendar, that would just be, yeah, it's going to be the same line of code that will end it. So come in here, paste and just copy this, paste it there. Okay, and that takes care of the reset. So let's take care of the result now. There we go. So let's double click on the results there, and right down here I'm going to declare some variables. I'll create some objects as well. My very first object, that's going to be called a simple, so that's a simple date format. And I'm just going to call it format equals new simple sample date format. Let's see, there we go. And the format is going to be DDMM wise. Just enter semicolon there. So to take care of the error, I'm just going to have to import. So let's come in here, click on that, and let's get it imported. Okay, double click on that. There we go, the error is gone. Good. So let's come down here. I think the first thing I'm going to do with this date is I'm going to enter java.util. There it is. The utility is going to be for date though. So let's say utility.date. .date there, and I'm now going to make up my variable there and call that date of birth. That will be nothing. Let's get it initialized, and the same thing is going to apply to the current date. So I'm just going to copy this and set the just set the current date to nothing as well. So current date, get rid of that and just enter current here. There we go, and that takes care of that. So let's use try catch here. Try. In that case, I'm going to, okay, let's get that sorted here first, so that error will not be appearing, that is irritating. Exception, let's just enter exception there. Exception EX. Let's see if he's going to accept EX. I have E there, so come right down here, enter curly braces. Alright, it does accept EX. So my exception message is going to be what? So EX dot print there. Now in here is I'm going to try, let's say date of birth. Date of birth here, that is equals to format dot pass, and that is going to, what am I passing? That will be, I want it formatted as well, so I'm going to say format dot format, and what I am formatting, that will be date. Let's choose a one dot get date, and we enter semicolon here. There. So that's the very first one. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing for the current date. So I'm just going to copy that, paste that in here, and change this to date chooser 2, and change this to current date right there. There we go. Alright, I have my current date in place. Why do I have this? That should be dates. Okay, let's copy all of this and paste that in here. Current date there. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm going to come right down here, right underneath the cache. So let's say long. I'm going to call that check the difference of the date, and that is going to be current date dot get time, and I'm going to say subtract that from date of birth. Grab the date of birth, paste that in there, dot get time as well. Get time there. Enter semicolon. So whatever the remainder I have in here is stored right inside this my variable that is called get different. Okay, so have a good look at it. Result. So right in here, let's now enter an integer. I'm going to call that number underscore of days equals, open an int, store this value as an integer, and this value I'm storing is the check date. And this check date, let's put it inside a bracket as well. And we then need to format it. So divide by 1000, divide by 60, divide by another 60 to get it back into a number. So that's going to be divided by 24 there. At the end of the day, that should work it out, and you end up with it just an integer value instead of a date in there, because the difference here is as long, we just want it to be an integer value. Okay, so now that is taken care of. Now let's come down here. We now need to get all the data that we have inside our, first of all, let's go for day there, txt day dot text, the tst days I think, dot set text, and that is going to be, let's say, integer dot to string. There we go. And what are we converting to string? That will be number of days. So how many days we have in there will be automatically converted to string. There we go. So that will give us whatever, how many days this guy spent on out. Let's try it out. I'm going to save that and run it, since I already have an output for number of days. So I'm going to run it, and let's see. So enter whatever in here. So that is for, let's see, what's that for? That's date of birth. And let's select the date and see. So I'm just going to enter maybe 10 there and just select whatever date. Now come in here, select current date and click on result. There we go. That's good. So I'm going to exit out, exit, yes, there. And let's double click on our result. Okay, now right here, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to declare an integer. I'll call that age, integer age, and integer age equals integer dot pass int value, and that is going to be txt date dot get and enter semicolon there. That is for the integer. Now that is for the age. Now I need to enter that very age in. So let's come right down here and just enter these details inside age. Maybe copy this, paste that here, and change this to age. And here I'm going to divide the value we have inside age here by 365. 365. There we go. There. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the months. So let's just copy this and change that around. Paste the month underneath there. And I'll change this to months. And this will become months. Then we multiply that by 12. Multiply that by 12. However, this has to be age. There. And this will be months. There we go. Alright, that's fine. Let's do one for week. I'm just going to maybe copy something again. Let's copy this. That would be for weeks. There, for the weeks, this let's change this to weeks. Right, and here I'm going to change this to weeks as well. Maybe copy this and just paste it around here. And there will be weeks here. And in the case of weeks, let's divide that by 7. So the data we have in weeks is whatever we have in days is stored inside weeks, and we then divide it by 7 to give us how many weeks. So let's go for hours then. So I'm going to copy all of this again. Paste that there. This will become hours. That's the variable name, and this will be hours. Hours here and hours here. And as for hours, we have to multiply that by 24. So come in here, multiply by 24. Okay, so that's fine. So in the case of minutes, we just need to multiply hours by 60. So we'll come in here, copy that, paste that in here. There. So we change this to minutes. That's minutes there. This one will be minutes as well. Here, minutes, minutes here. Multiply by 60. And this should be hours. We need hours there. Paste that here. Right, that takes care of minutes. So all we just need to do now is to take care of the seconds. In the case of seconds, might as well grab this, paste, change this to seconds, and grab all of these. That's seconds and seconds here. This will be minutes. There we go. There, taken care of as well. That's very good. So all we need to do now is let's take care of the table. So I'm going to declare, let's say, default. This object is going to be default table. Default table model. And default table model is the object will be known as model equals new. Open up a bracket, new default table model. paste that in there. And what else do we want to do? Then I'm going to call the name of my table. Then my table is called table anyway, so that's fine. Table dot get model. There. Enter parenthesis, press enter, and this table now, and I want it to, I want to enter the following model dot add, and what we're adding is the rows, and that is going to be new object. Enter square brackets, and that should represent my array. Press enter there. Okay, so I now need to list every single component where we can get those information from. So we'll get them from, oh, come right down here. I'm going to copy all of these up to here. Yeah, copy everything, copy, and just change things around. Where is it? Right here. Come right down, paste that in there, and I just need to change all of this to get. So that will be get, copy get, and get here. There we go. Getting all of the data, all of the values we have in those components in the text box or text field. There we go. We're almost there now. And in the case of the time picker, that would be get dates. So let's just change it to G here, another G here, and just get rid of this. Right, get rid of this as well. And that's it, all done. Now we have one error. All of this, instead of semicolon, that should be comma, sorry. Whoa, undo that. This will be comma, and comma here. And this as well. And that should take care of the error that we have here. There we go. Even the error is gone. And that takes care of how to calculate age and so on. So I'm now going to run it. Let's save first. Okay, so I'm going to click on run now. Let's run and see. There we go. I'll enter a name there, so let's say the name is Tony, and the other name is Montana. Date of birth of Tony Montana, let's make him 19 something. There we go. And just change the months around. There we go. And current date, there, click on result. There we go. Look at the details of Tony Montana right there, guys. You see that? So let's click on reset and enter another name. Let's say it's Kemi Brown. Kemi Ade Brown. And enter Kemi's details there. And make up a date or a month. There we go. Current date. Enter as Kemi's details. Let's go for Rebecca. Come in here, change that to maybe 67 and enter months there, and current months. Click on results. There we go. Look at that. Resets, and let's enter Fuller Davis. There. Change that around again. and let's make up some months. There we go. Current date there. And that is how you create your own live calculator. So the main objective of this is you'll be able to calculate age, how many days the user spent on health, how many months and how many weeks, how many hours in total, and then how many minutes and how many seconds. And that's it, guys. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.